My child, stop scrolling. Yes, you. This moment is not random, and you are not here by chance. I have gently interrupted your path, as your heart has been calling out to me, even in silence. I see the way you've been searching. The way you've been hoping for a sign, a word, something that finally makes sense of what you've been going through. Don't rush away from this. Stay with me for just a moment. What I am about to place on your heart is something you have been waiting for longer than you realize. I know you've been tired. Not just physically, but deep in your spirit. There have been nights where your thoughts would not quiet down. And days where you felt like you were just going through the motions. You've asked me questions that no one else heard. You've carried emotions you didn't know how to explain. And yet, you are still here. That alone tells a story of strength you don't even give yourself credit for. I have been with you in every moment, even when it felt like silence surrounded you. If this video is truly meant just for you, then pause for a moment and look within yourself. Are you walking a path of truth, patience and faith? Do you try to stay honest in your actions and believe in the higher power that guides you every day? If your answer is yes, then this message is for you. You were chosen because you are able to listen, understand and create change. Don't overthink it, just feel that inner voice guiding you in the right direction. Now, there's a small step you can take. If this message touched you, you can offer a little support so this inspiration can reach more people. It doesn't have to be much, you can start with just 3 double or choose 5 alls or 10. The link is in the description. Your small contribution can bring light into someone else's life. And it can inspire you as well. Join in and be part of this journey. Now listen closely, because this is where your understanding begins to shift. The season you have been in was not meant to break you, even though it felt like everything was falling apart. I allowed certain things to slow down, to pause, to even stop completely. Because there were parts of your life that needed realignment. You were moving forward, but not always in the direction that would bring you peace. And I love you too much to let you continue down a path that would leave you empty. You have been asking me for change, for clarity, for something new. But what you didn't always see is that before something new can be built, something old must be released. That process is not comfortable. It can feel like loss. It can feel like confusion. It can even feel like rejection. But what you thought was rejection was actually protection. I was removing what could not go with you into the next chapter of your life. There were moments when you questioned your worth because of how others treated you. You wondered if you were not enough, if you had done something wrong, or if you were simply overlooked. But I want you to understand this clearly. Your value has never been determined by how others respond to you. Your worth was established long before those situations ever happened. And nothing that has occurred has the power to take that away. I have seen the tears you didn't let fall. I have heard the prayers you whispered quietly, unsure if they would ever be answered. I have felt the heaviness you carried when you tried to appear strong for everyone else. You don't have to hide that from me. I was there in every second, holding you together when you felt like you were falling apart. And now, something is shifting. You may not fully see it yet, but you can feel it. That subtle change, that quiet sense that something is different, that is not your imagination. That is me moving in your life in ways that are about to become visible. What you have been waiting for has already been set into motion. But I need you to stay present. Don't rush ahead with fear or doubt. Don't go back to old patterns just because they feel familiar. This moment requires your attention, your trust, and your willingness to believe that better is not only possible, but already on its way to you. You have been in a season where things felt delayed. Opportunities didn't come when you expected them. Answers didn't arrive when you asked for them. And it made you question whether anything was happening at all. But delays are not denials. What I was preparing for you required timing, alignment, and growth that could not be rushed. There were lessons you needed to learn, not as punishment, but as preparation. You were being shaped into someone who can carry what is coming next without losing yourself. Because what is ahead of you is not small. It requires strength, clarity, and a deeper understanding of who you are. I know there were times when you almost gave up. Times when you thought about settling for less because waiting felt too hard. But something inside you kept holding on. That was not just your strength, that was me sustaining you. Even when you didn't realize it. Now I am asking you to trust me in a new way. Not just when things make sense, but even when they don't. Trust that what is unfolding is working in your favor, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. Trust that every closed door had a reason. Trust that every delay had a purpose. You are stepping into a season where clarity will replace confusion. Where peace will begin to quiet the noise that has been surrounding you. Where the things that once felt uncertain will start to make sense in ways you did not expect. But this requires something from you as well. You must release the weight you have been carrying that was never yours to hold. The guilt, the overthinking, the constant questioning of yourself. It's time to let that go. You don't have to carry everything alone. I am guiding you, even now. Every step you take, every decision you make, I am there. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be for what is about to unfold. Stay here with me, don't rush away from this moment. There is more I want to show you, more I want to reveal to you. This is only the beginning of what I have been preparing for you, my child. Now that you have chosen to stay, I want you to go deeper with me. What you are feeling right now is not random. It is a stirring within your spirit, a quiet awakening that something greater is unfolding. You have spent so much time trying to understand everything with your mind, but this next season will require you to trust with your heart. Not everything will make sense immediately, but that does not mean it is not right. There were times when you asked me for signs, and when they didn't come the way you expected, you assumed I wasn't listening. But I was answering you in ways that required stillness to notice. I spoke through moments, through redirections, through things that didn't work out the way you planned. Even your disappointments carried my guidance, though it didn't feel like it at the time. You have been conditioned to believe that progress must always look fast, visible, and constant. But real transformation often happens quietly, beneath the surface, where no one else can see it. You have been growing. Your patience has been stretched. Your awareness has deepened. Your strength has been refined in ways that cannot be measured by outward results. I want you to understand something important. Not everything you lost was meant to stay. Some things were only temporary assignments in your life, not permanent fixtures. When they left, it created space. At first, that space felt like emptiness. But that emptiness was not meant to harm you, it was meant to prepare you. Because I cannot fill a life that is already overflowing with what does not belong. I had to create room for what is aligned with your purpose, your peace, and your growth. And now that space you once feared is about to be filled in ways that will make sense of everything you went through. You have also been carrying the weight of comparison. Watching others move ahead, achieve things, receive blessings that you have been praying for. It made you question your own journey. It made you wonder if you were being overlooked. But your path is not meant to mirror anyone else's. What I am building in your life is unique, and it requires its own timing. If I had given you certain things earlier, you would not have been ready to sustain them. And I do not give temporary blessings that disappear. I prepare you for lasting ones. That is why your process has felt longer. Not because you are forgotten, but because what is coming is meant to remain. There is also something I need you to release right now: the belief that you have to earn everything through exhaustion. You have been trying so hard, pushing yourself beyond your limits, thinking that if you just do more, try harder, or prove yourself enough, things will finally shift. But not everything is meant to come from striving. Some things will come from alignment, from trust, and from allowing. You are not meant to live in constant pressure. You are meant to move with purpose, not panic. And that shift begins when you stop trying to control every outcome and start trusting the process that is already unfolding for you. I know you have been afraid of being disappointed again. That fear has made you cautious. It has made you hesitate, even when opportunities began to appear. You didn't want to get your hopes up, only to feel let down again. But I am not leading you into another cycle of disappointment. This is different. This time, things will unfold with clarity. You will not have to force what is meant for you. It will come with a sense of peace, not confusion. And even when challenges arise, you will feel a steady assurance within you that you are on the right path. But you must remain open. Do not close your heart because of what happened before. Do not assume that every new opportunity will end the same way as the last. You are not in the same place anymore. You have grown. You have learned. And because of that, You will recognize what is right for you in ways you couldn't before. There is also a calling on your life that you have been trying to ignore. A quiet pull towards something meaningful. Something that feels both exciting and unfamiliar. You have questioned it, doubted it, even pushed it aside at times. But it has not left you, has it? That is because it is not random, it is part of your purpose. You do not need to have everything figured out to take the next step. You only need to trust enough to move forward. Clarity often comes after action, not before it. And I will guide you step by step, not all at once, so that you learn to depend on me and not just on what you can see. I am also restoring something within you that you thought you lost: your confidence. Not the kind that comes from external validation, but the kind that comes from knowing who you are and trusting that you are capable of handling what comes your way. You have doubted yourself for too long. You have second-guessed your decisions, your instincts, your abilities. But I placed something inside of you that is stronger than your doubts. And now it is time for that to rise. The version of you that is emerging from this season is not the same one that entered it. You are wiser. You are more aware. You are less willing to settle for what drains you and more aligned with what brings you peace. And as you continue forward, you will begin to notice something: the things that once confused you will no longer have the same hold on you. The situations that once overwhelmed you will feel different. Not because life has become easier, but because you have become stronger. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to stay connected. To keep listening. To keep trusting. Even when your emotions fluctuate, even when your thoughts become loud, come back to this place of stillness where you can hear me clearly. You are not walking this path alone. Every step you take is being guided, even when it feels uncertain. And as you continue to move forward, you will begin to see how everything, every delay, every challenge, every unexpected turn, was leading you to this exact moment. Stay with me. There is still more you need to hear, more that is about to be revealed. My child, as you continue to listen, I want you to become aware of something that has quietly been changing within you. It is not loud, it is not overwhelming, but it is real. You are no longer the same person who once felt completely lost in uncertainty. Even in your moments of doubt, there is now a deeper awareness, a subtle strength that refuses to let you fall the way you used to. That is not by accident. That is growth. There was a time when every setback felt like the end of your story. When one disappointment could shake your entire sense of direction. But look at you now. You are still standing, still seeking. Still open enough to receive this moment. That alone is proof that something inside you has matured. You may not give yourself credit for it, but I see it clearly. I want you to understand that healing is not always a straight path. There are moments when you feel like you have moved forward, only to suddenly feel pulled back into old emotions. That does not mean you have failed. It means there are layers within you that are still being restored. And I am patient with every part of your process. You have spent a long time trying to hold everything together on your own. Trying to be strong, trying to figure things out, trying to protect yourself from being hurt again. But true strength is not found in carrying everything alone. It is found in knowing when to release, when to trust, and when to allow yourself to be guided. There are things you have been holding on to that are no longer aligned with where you are going. Old thoughts, old fears, old attachments that once felt necessary, but are now limiting your growth. Letting go does not mean those things never mattered. It simply means they are no longer meant to continue with you. I know letting go can feel uncomfortable. It can feel like stepping into the unknown. But what you are making space for is far greater than what you are releasing. You are not losing, you are transitioning. You are moving into a version of your life that reflects who you are becoming, not who you used to be. There is also something I need you to recognize: you have been underestimating your own resilience. You have been through moments that could have broken you, moments that tested your patience, your faith, and your sense of self. And yet, here you are. That is not weakness. That is strength in its purest form. Moving forward, you will begin to notice opportunities that align more naturally with you. Not forced, not confusing, not draining, but clear, steady, and purposeful. And when they appear, I need you to trust yourself enough to say yes. Do not let fear talk you out of what you have been prepared for. Fear will try to remind you of past failures. It will try to convince you that things will go wrong again. But fear does not see what I see. Fear does not know what has already been set in motion for you. You cannot let it control your decisions anymore. You are stepping into a season where your voice matters, where your presence matters, where what you bring into this world will begin to have an impact in ways you did not expect. But you must stop silencing yourself. You must stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You were not created to blend in with what drains you. You were created to stand in alignment with what brings you purpose. And that may require you to step away from environments, conversations, or even people who no longer support your growth. That is not selfish. That is necessary. I am also bringing clarity into areas of your life where there has been confusion. Situations that once felt complicated will begin to reveal their truth. You will start to see things for what they really are, not what you hoped they would be. And that clarity will help you make decisions with confidence. Do not ignore what you begin to see. Do not go back to doubting your instincts. I am sharpening your awareness so that you can move forward without hesitation. What once felt uncertain will become clear, and what once felt overwhelming will become manageable. There is a restoration happening within you as well. A rebuilding of your sense of peace. You have lived in survival mode for longer than you realize, always preparing for the next problem, the next disappointment. But you are not meant to stay in that state. I am leading you into a place where peace becomes your foundation. Not something you have to chase. Where you wake up without the same heaviness. Where your thoughts are not constantly racing. Where you can finally breathe without feeling pressure surrounding you. This will not happen all at once. But it is already beginning. You may notice small moments where you feel lighter, where things do not affect you the same way, where you respond differently than you used to. Pay attention to those moments. They are signs of your transformation, and as you continue forward, you will also begin to attract what matches your new energy. The connections, the opportunities, the experiences, they will align with who you are becoming. Not who you were when you felt stuck, but who you are now as you move with clarity. This is why your past had to unfold the way it did. Not to harm you, but to shape you. Not to hold you back, but to prepare you. Every part of your journey has been building toward this shift. I want you to stay grounded in this truth: you are not behind. You are not missing out, you are not forgotten. Everything is unfolding in a way that is specific to you, your path, and your purpose. So when doubts try to return, remind yourself of how far you have come. When fear tries to speak, remember that it does not define your future. And when uncertainty appears, come back to this place of trust, knowing that you are being guided every step of the way. Stay with me, because there is still one more part that will bring everything together for you. My child, now you have reached this moment, not by accident, but by intention. You stayed, you listened. And because of that, your heart is now more open to receive what I have been trying to place within you. This is where everything begins to come together, where the confusion starts to settle, and where you finally understand that nothing you have gone through has been wasted. I want you to pause for a second and truly reflect, not on what went wrong, not on what hurt you, but on how you made it through. There were moments you thought you wouldn't recover from, moments that drained you emotionally and mentally. And yet, you are still here, still breathing, still searching for meaning. That is not something to overlook. That is evidence of something greater working within you. You have been waiting for a breakthrough, something clear and undeniable. But what you didn't realize is that the breakthrough has already begun within you. It started the moment you refused to give up completely. It grew every time you chose to keep going, even when it felt pointless. And now, it is reaching a point where it will begin to show outwardly in your life. This next season will not look like the last one. You will not feel as lost, as heavy, or as uncertain as you once did. That does not mean challenges will disappear. But it does mean you will face them differently. With clarity, with strength, and with a sense of direction that you did not have before. There is also something important I need you to understand as you move forward. You cannot carry your old mindset into your new season. The way you used to think, the way you used to doubt yourself, the way you used to expect the worst, those patterns must be released. They do not belong in what is coming next. You are being called into alignment, not just externally, but internally. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your perspective, they all need to shift to match the life you are stepping into. Because if your mindset stays rooted in fear, You will struggle to receive what is meant for you. I am not asking you to become someone else. I am guiding you to become who you truly are without the weight of everything that tried to define you before. There is a version of you that is calm, confident, and clear. And that version is already within you. It just needs space to fully emerge. You will begin to notice doors opening that once seemed impossible. Opportunities that align with you will come in ways that feel natural, not forced. And when they do, I need you to move with trust, not hesitation. Do not overanalyze what feels right. Do not delay what you know is meant for you. At the same time, you will also see certain things fall away completely. Situations you once tried to hold on to will no longer have a place in your life. And this time, you will not feel the same urge to chase after them. You will understand that not everything is meant to be kept. This is where your peace becomes your guide. Not fear, not pressure, not outside opinions, but peace. If something disrupts your peace consistently, pay attention. If something brings clarity and calmness, even if it challenges you, trust that direction. I am also restoring your sense of trust, not just in me, but in yourself. For too long, you have questioned your decisions, doubted your instincts, and looked outside for validation. But you are learning now that you already carry the awareness you need. You will not need constant confirmation moving forward. You will begin to recognize what is right for you without overthinking it. That is part of your growth. That is part of your alignment. And as you continue on this path, you will realize something powerful. Everything that once felt like it was holding you back was actually positioning you. Every delay, every closed door, every moment of uncertainty, it was all guiding you here to this place of understanding. Nothing was random, nothing was meaningless. Even the pain had a purpose, even if you could not see it at the time. It shaped you, it refined you, and it prepared you for what you are now ready to receive. But here is what I ask of you now: do not go back to who you were before this moment. Do not return to the same patterns, the same doubts, the same fears. You have come too far to step backward. Hold on to this awareness. Come back to it whenever you feel uncertain. Let it remind you that you are not alone, that you are being guided, and that there is a plan unfolding even when you cannot see every detail. You are entering a chapter where things begin to make sense, not all at once, but piece by piece. And as they do, you will feel a sense of relief, a sense of clarity, and a sense of peace that you have been searching for. Trust the timing. Trust the process. And most importantly, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Stay grounded, stay open, and keep moving forward, knowing that what is meant for you is already finding its way to you. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a new one. If this video is truly meant just for you, then pause for a moment and look within yourself. Are you walking a path of truth, patience, and faith? Do you try to stay honest in your actions and believe in the higher power that guides you every day? If your answer is yes, then this message is for you. You were chosen because you are able to listen, understand, and create change. Don't overthink it. Just feel that inner voice guiding you in the right direction. Now, there's a small step you can take. If this message touched you, you can offer a little support so this inspiration can reach more people. It doesn't have to be much. You can start with just $3 or choose $5 or $10. The link is in the description. Your small contribution can bring light into someone else's life, and it can inspire you as well. Join in and be part of this journey.